Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back at it here. I put together a Battle Ram and Suspicious Bush with the help of the Boss Bandit, the brand new card that came out. And this is the deck that I've kind of jumped straight into and started using right as I started playing with the Boss Bandit. Let's go with the Suspicious Bush here. Really good overall. I mean, Executioner is obviously going to make that pop, but just really good synergy typically. Just forcing out, either the log, which is going to be great for us, or, whatever else that there may be. So let's go Boss Bandit over here. And we'll go with the skeletons here afterwards. So as you can see, you have to be a little bit creative with maybe how you're going to, when you play something, and, just be very careful not to have your Boss Bandit kind of get taken out. You only have skeletons to deal with something like a bandit or the P.E.K.K.A. You don't really have like the recruits, goblin gang, skeleton army, whatever that may be. So just be careful there. Could get a little bit difficult. We're going to go with the Suspicious Bush. The whole idea with this is just to keep the pressure up on your opponent and force them to make some really bad plays. Like, I'm not really sure what that was, but we'll definitely take it. We'll go Hunter. And as you can see with this deck, we have a lot of ways to kind of cycle back to the Hunter, get more evil Hunters, evil Battle Rams, and just overall just cause a bunch of problems for your opponent. Let's go Boss Bandit here. He might go P.E.K.K.A, which it would be fine. Yeah, he eventually does go P.E.K.K.A. So we gotta be real careful here. We don't get another hit off, which does kind of suck. However, I'm just gonna go with the Lightning here. And then I'll go with the Berserker afterwards. Yeah, we'll take a hit from that, but overall that wasn't too bad. And he's got Mortar still, so I'm really looking to kind of force that out. Oh, look at that. That's why it's just an absolutely wild card. That Tesla absolutely juked the bush, but then it actually didn't, nothing really came out of it. So anyways, let's go with the Boss Bandit here. That should be pretty solid. Dash right on top. We'll drop Lightning on top of this. Look at that. We're able to take that out. Basically, we're going to go with arrows as well. Take out that Executioner. And we're going to be a real good spot because he gave up his P.E.K.K.A. And our evil Hunter's keeping that thing snared. And that Tesla is going to basically expire pretty quickly. None of that's really going to stop it. And he's going to be forced to drop his Barb Barrel. So really nice stuff here. We're going to go Lightning. Take that, deal most of that Executioner's health. And then we can go with arrows here just to kind of take things out. I really don't want to deal with that right now. We'll go with this Suspicious Bush, kind of keep the pressure up. Lightning is in this deck specifically for the reason of trying to, if you need to damage down your opponent's health or tower very quickly, you can do that. I'm not really, maybe I could do it right now. I'm going to go Boss Bandit. I'm going to go with the skeletons up high. Well, oh wow, he's got Boss Bandit of his own? What? Okay, I mean, we're able to pull it over, so this is going to be really interesting here. Just a whole bunch of just back and forth from our opponent and ourselves. Battle Ram's going to make that connection. We're going to go with the Lightning here. I think we get that Mortar just barely, and that Suspicious Bush is going to sneak on through, I think. Yeah, it does, and that is all that she's wrote. That's all she wrote. We're basically just going to cycle real quick to our Lightning here and kind of finish things up. So overall, really solid stuff to start out. We're just gonna go Lightning here on the backside and clean things up for a really solid win. Good game, well played. We'll get on to another one. All right, next match here. Let's keep things rolling. And I would probably say the biggest weakness of this deck is probably going to be something like recruits, because you don't really have a great way to, you don't have a Valkyrie, you don't have Mega Knight. You don't have anything like that. A lot of people are running Executioners, which means I have to be careful. If you see that, just be careful playing your Suspicious Bush like that in front of something. It's just going to give them extra value, essentially. So anyways, we're going to go Hunter over here. We're going to go with the 1 Elixir Skeletons. And then we're going to go with the Boss Bandit afterwards. That should dash onto that Prince, basically taking it out. We take 1 stab, but overall not too bad. I'm just going to pop the ability here and dash onto the Hunter. Should be able to take out most of it. Really nice. And I'll go Berserker right on top of the Bandit. Really solid stuff. It's basically a 2 for 2, 2 for 3 trade. You get a +1 elixir trade, and you have a little bit of a counter push if you are able to kind of drop something in front of it. So overall, really solid. Obviously, another weakness of the deck could be that, you know, Battle Ram and Suspicious Bush doesn't really, you know, threaten your opponent in the way of like some sort of defense. You know, you're still going to require to drop something to be able to defend, unless you really want to just use your Battle Ram as a way to soak up damage, which I wouldn't always recommend, but sometimes you have to do it. Lightning here, not ideal, but you know, one thing with this deck, don't be afraid with using lightning like that if you are able to kind of defend and do what you need to do there. So I'm just going to go with the Berserker here. And then I'll just go Boss Bandit afterwards, kind of give that Archer Queen a little bit of a nudge. Boss Bandit versus Bandit. We're just going to use the ability here just to kind of reset things. I guess maybe didn't end up working out too well for us, but we'll pop this ability, I think, one more time. And yeah, overall, not too bad. We're able to take out that Ice Wizard. And now we've snared that Valkyrie, so that's going to be nice. We'll go with the Suspicious Bush right here. And then we'll just drop Lightning on this. And should he choose to drop anything else, we can definitely just go Arrows, just to kind of clean things up. Oh, look at that. The Hunter is still hitting that, the Executioner. That was pretty nice stuff right there. Alright, now we can go with the Evil Battle Ram, I think. Wow. Very, very aggressive there from our opponent with that Hunter. Wasn't really expecting it, but that Evil Valkyrie is going to help bail him out a little bit. This is where, if we need to go with that Lightning, now's the time to do it. We'll go with the 1 Elixir Skeletons right here, and we'll go Berserker right afterwards. And overall, that is going to be the type of defense you're going to have to play if you go up against a lot of Prince. So just something to keep in mind there. We'll go Boss Bandit here. And then we're going to go with our Hunter after he snares our Boss Bandit. And that's, you know, kind of how you have to play it. Just be really smart with timing and everything. That's going to give that Executioner a lineup though, which really sucks. That's going to be so much damage right there. We'll go with the Skeletons right here. I don't think the Battle Ram's going to be able to sneak on through really, so that's totally fine. I'm just going to drop Lightning here and take that out. Yeah, we're going to be able to snare it, but I don't think we're going to get too much value out of that. Let's go with our Boss Bandit. We'll go 1 Elixir Skeletons right here just to take the damage. We'll Arrows this down as well. Hopefully give us the opportunity to take out that Hunter or the Executioner and that Ice Wizard. And then we can go with the Suspicious Bush afterwards. So this is going to pop backwards. We're going to damage down that Prince. And obviously what you're seeing me do is going with a little bit of counter or opposite lane pressure, just keeping him honest. But he's really not, you know, buying into that. So I think, yeah, that's not really going to go anywhere. We need to kind of keep that pressure up on the other side, because basically committing to this side right here. Oh, we didn't take out that Archer Queen though. Okay, Archer Queen almost got taken out, or almost takes out our tower, which would have been really bad. We're gonna go with the Suspicious Bush on this side, and that right there is good game, well played. Really, really sus stuff. Took me a second to realize that, you know, he really wasn't defending that other side, and sometimes when that happens, you gotta switch lanes. That's one of the benefits of running Suspicious Bush. It's only 2 elixir, but it can cause a bunch of damage for your opponent to have to deal with. So good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Let's keep things rolling. And starting out with the Battle Ram with the 1 Elixir Skeletons. So Battle Ram is totally fine. It's 4 elixir. It's not too bad. It's still going to force out a decent amount of, you know, stuff from your opponent. And we get the Barbarian to actually lock on. So that's pretty big stuff right there. So I'm going to go with the Skeletons here. That should draw that Baby Dragon over. And overall, not too bad. I see that he's got the Inferno Dragon, so Lightning doesn't take out Inferno Dragon, but if we can get a few hits, we might be a-okay here. Yeah, we'll be a-okay, I think. So Berserker, yeah, not going to get a hit right there. We'll go with the Boss Bandit though. We'll go with the Hunter, and we should be able to take that out. It moves so quick with the Rage though, but we're still able to take things out, so really, really nice. We'll go Suspicious Bush right here, and See what happens. Barb Barrel. So he's just going to save his Barb Barrel for that, which means he doesn't have it for his Battle Ram, or for my Battle Ram. See what else he's got. Okay, he's got Bowler. Bowler is going to be probably the bane of this, you know, of this deck. We will be able to cycle quicker, but he's just got so many different potential counters that this will be a little bit difficult. So obviously we have Evil Hunter. Evil Hunter, you want to save it for that balloon. I'm going to go Boss Bandit here and hopefully be able to keep our Berserker alive. Boss Bandit is going to do a pretty decent job here. Should disappear backwards. We'll go with the Evil Hunter. Should snare that balloon pretty quickly. Nice, we get that connection to that tower from the Boss Bandit, so big stuff. We're going to snare that Baby Dragon as well. So we'll go with this Suspicious Bush and maybe force out something else like that. That's totally fine. We'll go with the Battle Ram here. I'm kind of wishing, ooh, we snared that, because if we didn't have that, you know, Lightning would also do, you know, probably pretty well. Lightning here, just to kind of clean things up, allow our evil Battle Ram to clean up that right side Princess Tower. Really nice. Berserker here as well as that. We're gonna go with the Hunter. Should be able to arrows this down for the most part. Okay, we'll probably take, oh wow. I was not expecting that for some reason, but the balloon's not gonna be able to take us out still. So again, we're gonna keep this pressure up on this side. Go Battle Ram here, just to try and keep our Suspicious Bush alive. We'll go Lightning now and take that out, which is nice. So we gotta be careful with this. He's very trigger happy with that freeze. Okay, so there's that freeze again. And that's gonna take tower, so we're gonna have to play for a second tower here, unfortunately. Kind of is what it is. We'll go Boss Bandit though. And we need to get back to another evil Battle Ram. Would be really nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop Lightning on this. That should allow our Boss Bandit to do its thing. We'll drop the ability again, making it deal with it yet again, or something like that. That's fine too. We're gonna go ahead and arrows this. Take out that Infernal Dragon. That should snare the balloon quickly and take things out. So let's go with the Boss Bandit right now. We have Lightning coming up, so if we need to, we can definitely use that. Pop the ability. Just to damage it down some more. Boss Bandit actually dashes onto the Baby Dragon that got snared, but the Boss Bandit is on the tower. Good game, well played, really crazy stuff up against a Balloon Freeze deck. Let's get on to another. All right, last match of the video here, wrapping things up against Dagger Duchess. So obviously we'll keep the pressure up with this Suspicious Bush, also with the Battle Ram, just to try and keep that from, you know, keep the Dagger Duchess low on daggers. So Hunter here is going to do okay. I'm going to go with the Battle Ram on this side since he went with Executioner and the E-Wiz. So he's got a lot of things to defend. You know, something like the Battle Ram. He's also got the Lumberjack, so pretty wild stuff. I'm going to go with the Berserker here. Boss Bandit right here as well. Should be able to deal with both while taking the damage from the Executioner, no problem. Then we'll go with the Suspicious Bush right here. That should be able to sneak right on through. And we can go with the 1 Elixir Skeletons on that Knight. So we're going to go arrows, try to take out the, you know, the goblins for the most part. We'll have to go Berserker here. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. So we know he's got a bunch of counters to the Battle Ram, which is going to be... It's going to be tough. It will be tough for sure. We'll go Boss Bandit here. Interesting that, you know, it's a 6 Elixir champion, but it just gets you so much value. And, you know, maybe if it... I feel like it is pretty balanced, so I do have to say that. E-Wiz is going to get absolutely smoked. And our Boss Bandit beats the regular Bandit, of course. We'll pop the ability so we can get an additional charge. Really wild stuff. 2 dashes, plus I think we got 2 separate hits. So that tower is down real bad right now. And I'm loving it. We're going to go with the Hunter here, just to get that evil Hunter kind of going. And that right side tower now is basically within 3 lightning and 2 arrows range, basically. Don't want to go too happy with this, so I'm just going to wait to the last second. Then I'm going to drop lightning, hit that Lumberjack as well. Oh my gosh, that was a filthy lightning, guys. Filthy lightning. We'll go Berserker here, just to soak up some damage maybe. Go with the Suspicious Bush on the other side. We'll go with the Batarang as well. We'll go Evil Hunter on this side. He hasn't really shown the ability to be able to defend multiple sides, so we'll see what happens here. We'll go Boss Bandit. Yeah, we're forcing out so much resource on that left side there that he's not going to have too much to do, you know, with this side. So we should be totally fine here. I'm going to just drop Lightning on this Hunter. And basically, we just need one more Lightning plus maybe arrows, if I'm doing my math right. But who knows? We're going to go arrows this anyways. Take out that Hunter or that Executioner. That Mega Knight is definitely cooked right there. We just need to cycle back to arrows. I don't want him blocking this. We're just going to go Lightning anyways because we have it. Good game, well played. So as you can see, keep the pressure up. Use that Suspicious Bush to your advantage by sending it to the other side. Especially if your opponent doesn't have like the recruits or they don't split the barbs or the goblin gang, you're gonna get a lot of value. You're gonna start poking on that other side. It's gonna be a nuisance for your opponent to have to deal with. And with that, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the Boss Bandit and the Evil Executioner, how much you guys have seen it this season so far. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.